Peace, family. Vicki Dillard here for African Diaspora News Channel. Thank you so much for tuning in and sharing the broadcast. Family, this is some juicy news. I was laughing. I've got to admit, family, I was giggling so hard. I could not wait to do this broadcast after I saw a bit of the speech from Ursula von der Leyen. She is the European Commission president, right? Watch this clip, family.
We're not only interested in extracting resources. We want to partner with you to create local value chains, to create good jobs here in Africa. We want to share European technology with you. We want to invest in skills for local workers. This is crucial for the young people, because the stronger you are as suppliers, the more Europe will diversify supply chains towards Africa, and the more we both will de-risk our economies. It's a clear win-win.
Let me stop being silly. Lord, family, listen, I'm giggling for so many reasons. Before I get into the meat of this, did you see the look on the African president's face? They were practically yawning. Somebody put a yawn in the chat. I was looking at the leaders of this, sitting there listening to this commission president of the EU make this speech, family. And the reason I am laughing is because for so long, African leaders, world leaders have been asking for changes in the United Nations, which is considered to be, the premier global body. They were practically begging for changes to make Africa one of the permanent members on the Security Council. They were asking for a greater voice and more agency over their own decision makings. They were asking that they stop being fleeced and treated fairly. They were asked by the World Banks and the International Monetary Funds and so forth for better deals that were commensurate to other borrowers that are not African or Black, non-melanated countries, family. They have been doing all kinds of stuff and nobody heard them. Watch this. Until the BRICS 15th annual summit recently, until some of the African nations and coalitions and confederations and alliances started taking to the global stage and having a greater voice, for example, in what was going on with peace talks with Ukraine and Russia. They cut out the middleman and started dealing directly with Russia about their own individual grain deals and so forth. They're doing direct negotiations and so forth with China, for example, in their Belt and Road Initiative and so forth. Talk back to me, somebody. They are really moving and shaking in ways that is really scaring the powers that shouldn't be. So after this, what did the EU commissioner say? Quote, the European Union said to you, they said they're not, quote, not only interested in extracting resources from Africa. Do you think that the coups that were initiated by the people started this because they started calling out France and other Western nations for just stealing their mineral resources and taking more than what they give to the continent? Could it be because we have been exposing the fact that they've got this pipeline going through, I believe it's Nigeria, through Niger, this pipe that's pumping into Europe after the U.S. was credibly alleged to have sabotaged and destroyed Russia's pipeline, the Nord Stream pipeline. They have two, Nord Stream 1 and Nord Stream 2. But the United States was credibly accused, and alleged to have destroyed that. And lo and behold, Chevron and the United States expedites this pipeline that's going through African countries, but it's not benefiting the African countries. It's going through, for example, Niger to benefit for energy in Europe. And so when Niger put their foot down and said, wait a minute, what do we look like allowing this pipe going through our country and we're not even getting any substantive benefits from it? And you're seeing Black nations rise up throughout the Sahel and other places. Talk Black to me, somebody. The Horn of Africa, of course. Saying, no, you're not going to misuse our resources, and kicking out the bloodsuckers of the people. The pressure we've been putting on them as a collective Black family and voice has caused the EU to say, we're not just interested in extracting your resources. Oh, baby, they see we're calling them out ineffectively. But watch this. Did you see what she said about partnering with them? Quote, did y'all remember the clip? We're not only interested in extracting resources, we want to partner with you to create local value chains, to create good jobs here in Africa. We want to share European technology with you. Y'all are saying that after they started to share more of their own resources with each other, after China and Russia started to up the ante on sharing some of their commodities and resources. This is what they've been asking for the longest time. Family, when we take action and strengthening ourselves and say, we don't care if we have to suffer in the short term so that we can benefit in the long term, and we finally throw off the chains of our oppressor, it scares them to death. I'm so proud of us. I'm so proud of you, family. We're going to keep it going because now they're begging to have a seat at our table. We're starting to see our own wealth through our own eyes. It's a new world order, and I'm so excited that we're leading the way. My name is Vicki Dillard. I teach powerful principles in my supernatural school, not my religious school, but my supernatural metaphysical school at clubvicki.com. I don't want you to miss these powerful jewels that have the power to change your life. Go to clubvicki.com. That's clubvicki.com. I can't wait to see you again.